4 days, this will slip like this, and this will stay a little intact for a while.
See, I'm strong, man. Thank you very much, Dr. Megha.
Yes, darling.
Thank you very much, Dr. Megha Nagpal, for joining me today at Rendezvous Chez on my channel on Instagram. So how are you doing today?
I'm perfectly fine.
I would have to kiss you. Well, I just came from Paris to interview her because I really love her, what she does and what she's been doing it for a long time, and changing lives, absolutely, and which is really important and has been challenging for so many people, and I'm really fascinated by your work. So I would just like to ask you a few questions. You can say yes if you would like to, if you can also choose not to answer them. So we start the show, and you good? Okay. She's still more okay than I am actually. I'm more nervous, to be honest, guys, but never mind. But thank you very much. And so we start. So could you just tell us about who you are actually and what you do and where it all comes from, please?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Megha. I'm here in India. I practice in 2 centers in New Delhi. One is in West Delhi, one is in South Delhi. So I started my journey as a dentist. I was particularly catering only the lips, the peri-oral area. But while I was in Boston, I realized that smile designing is another field altogether. So then I was very fascinated about aesthetics.
Okay.
So dermatology is skin diseases. You treat skin disease. Aesthetics is you enhance the skin. So I chose my master's there. I did aesthetics. I went to Leeds. I pursued my master's of smile designing here. And then I opened one of the centers. But I'll be very honest, not so sure that will I be continuing here because I went to Sweden to practice.
Absolutely.
I made good money in Dubai.
Wow.
Then all that Ekta Kapoor family drama happened. My father wanted me home. He had a heart attack, but he exaggerated.
Sorry to hear that.
No, he exaggerated.
Wow. Okay. Right.
All he wanted was me to be home.
Okay.
And then I started with one center. God's been kind.
Well, absolutely. I mean, especially when I look at you, I mean, how much you're doing, and especially being a woman in India, you absolutely out there, and you have thanks to God that you have such good, patience, and I think everybody has been talking about you in town. The moment I landed in India, I was like, okay, I want to do some things around here and there. I don't want to say that. Anyway, no secrets though. But then, yeah, they were like, Dr. Megha, Dr. Megha, Dr. Megha. I was like, okay, I need to meet her. So finally, I'm here. Thank you very much again, Megha, to be here. And yeah, thank you. So let's just go ahead. So I just want to know, what actually inspired you about this, to become medical aesthetician?
I was really fat. I was 120.
Wow, okay.
And I have faced that real bully attitude, especially when I was in States. And then I realized that no matter how sweet or how kind or intelligent I am, we always notice this. This kind of becomes a business card, though it's wrong.
Absolutely.
But whatever said and done, eye catches eye. So I realized I have to enhance myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw how beautiful it is, I was so happy when somebody was doing things in me. Yeah. I wanted to have that feeling.
Absolutely.
And I'm anyhow a nerd. I knew I'm very good with artistry. My hands, my dexterity is fine. I just went on. There was never looking behind.
Wow. I mean, really congratulations. Hearing about you, I mean, it also gives a lot of motivations and inspiration that your story, coming from 120 kgs, and then you always wanted to do all these things to look good, and you wanted to have that feelings to give these absolutely to give them also the best opportunity to live their life. And because in the challenging world, it's going crazy right now, beauty matters a lot. And I mean, I think even your degrees these days, to be honest, right?
I think it goes side
by side. Yeah,
I believe if you are so good, that inside really needs to be good.
Absolutely, that is true.
That has to be together. So I love having a balance. That's the reason people always call me a balancing artist.
Absolutely.
So I correct facial asymmetries and I also correct the asymmetries in their life.
Wow. No, really well. She's now my really good friend, so I'm really happy. I would be getting a lot of discounts. So to you guys, you won't be getting those discounts.
Seeing that on camera. Intelligent.
Absolutely. So let's go for the next question. So what types of procedures do you specialize in, and what are the challenges that you face while go ahead with while performing these procedures actually?
I'm known for lip fillers, but I expertise in smile designing, I expertise in mesotherapies, I expertise in non-surgical process like threads. So the challenges what I face is because I've studied aesthetics.
Yes.
I really know that we don't have to just use filler, guys. You don't have to puff your face with fillers. I tell everybody go slow. So that's the challenge.
Okay.
Sometimes people get so greedy that all they want is filler, and I try to explain them that even a little Botox or a little thread would do a similar effect than filler.
Okay.
So it's not really a challenge. It's just that educating everybody at the step becomes a little challenge.
Absolutely, because nowadays people want to just just overnight results and all. They just want, okay, do this, do that. I know, I mean, it's crazy. Like, okay, well, I went to see her, it was the same thing. I just want to have those jawlines that just straight away, but then now you can see, I know you will be a little bit jealous, but then she did such a good treatment. Thank you very much, so I have all those
You're kind.
perfect jawlines. Well, you don't, sorry. So you have to come here to Dr. Megha Nagpal. She has a clinic right here in South Delhi. You'll be getting the address right on the screen. So yeah, so let's move on to the next question, Megha. So basically, what is the typical day for you in the clinic? How does it go? So you come in the clinic, or what just happened?
Okay, I work 7 days. I have no leave.
Wow.
So you can imagine how much I love being in the clinic. Right now also we are in one of my therapy rooms.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I wake up on time, I have some of my spiritual time, I work out a little bit, I do not have my breakfast, I can't have my breakfast here. Then usually I have my first half is usually about fillers.
Okay.
And the second half is usually about the follow-ups that's been happening. Like when we do a filler, we call the person again after 7-10 days.
Yeah, that's right.
My first half is usually my creative part, where I want to do the new cases.
Okay.
And the second half is like when I take in the follow-up, the feedback, and so on.
Alright, so the first part goes with the new patients all together and the new appointments.
Yes.
Yeah, because it takes more time.
Yes, you like to talk and I'm very talkative. I love understanding the palate first, that you're on the soft side. So that happens in the morning time, and then while the evening comes, I'm usually taking up the follow-up cases.
That's right. Well, I mean, absolutely, I'm like, so lucky to have her here, because the fact that you're talkative, so I really like those people. Those are my show that, who make my job easier, so thank you very much for that. So thank you for showing us your typical day, how it goes, being a doctor here. Absolutely, yeah. So the next question I have, that what are these opportunities and training progressions that you would say?
Okay, so aesthetics is basically a speciality. So you have to be a doctor.
Absolutely.
You can do MBBS, you can do BDS, you can do MDS, or you can do an MD, but you still have to have a specialty.
Okay,
and
right.
that happens with either a fellowship program, that can happen with any master program. So Manchester is very, very good. Sweden is really good. I mean, London has been the best. For some reasons, now a lot of people are switching to Russia, but I would say even India.
Yeah, absolutely,
India has a lot of aesthetic schools. So dental students, medical students. In India, unfortunately, nurses don't pursue that. That's very honest. You've been in Berlin.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's basically the aesthetic injector.
That's right, yeah. That's true, yeah.
They're very good with the intricacies of an injection. So yeah, I mean, you all have to have a degree of being in a medicine,
absolutely,
and then continuing your aesthetic.
I mean, I think that's the best thing, because I'm not into the medical things, but then being a doctor myself, as a doctor of PhD and doctor of political science, so you have to do something for the other. You cannot just have one thing for side. Absolutely. So you're right. So back in Europe, so you can have those diplomas, becoming nurse, becoming aesthetician. Yeah. So but then you do not need a medical degree for that. That's right. So anybody can do a diploma for 1 year. You see, but here I would feel, why did I come all the way to India and then did all my treatments with you? Because I feel safe. Because I have that thing. Absolutely. Yeah. Because you have that degree and you have the knowledge, experience. For God forbid, nothing would go wrong, but I know I'm sitting on, with the
Next to
doctor,
it,
absolutely.
yes.
So that makes it more, good and confident, yes. And I think
I learned it from you now.
no, really.
Patient feels secure in that way.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I would say that because okay, I would have done that in Paris. It would be so easy, a lot more expensive. But still, these people have everything open. Even in Dubai, you would talk about they have these diplomas from European countries, Aesthetician, and you can go there and you can
A
just
little more quack.
yeah, absolutely. So they can do that in the home, and so this is so unsafe, right? What would you suggest about that?
I find it really, really unsafe.
Absolutely, right?
Even the environment, you need to have a medically sanitized.
Yeah.
Certain regularities about the IV drips. A lot is happening in Delhi also.
You
Even
see?
salons are doing a lot of nasty
No.
stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just that you need to.
Absolutely.
Even a gynecologist can do aesthetics. Even a dermatologist can do aesthetics. Even a dentist, but they need to have a medical background. They can't just do aesthetics.
Wow.
So take care of that.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, thank you for the suggestion, being a doctor, absolutely, and doing such a great work with experience. So guys, like she said, Dr. Nagpal, that you really have to be. This looks beauty. This is nice. It feels good. It gives you the confidence. She's changing lives. But you still have to go with the security and safety. Keep that always in mind where you're going and what you're doing. It's not always about money, I would say.
100%.
Right? You always have to take, maybe the securities first, right? Anyway, so go with the next question. So very, I've been, literally dying to ask this question. So let's talk about men's today. So women's, we all know out there doing a lot of things, fancy stuff. So do you have more, men's or women's, women patients? Yes.
Well, that's pretty much of an easy answer. Comparatively, yes, women are more in number, but I'm very proud to say that a lot of men are my patients. Yes, there's a huge range of men with us, and I really feel it's so that they don't have that taboo of not doing things.
Okay.
I'll be very honest. I should say that on camera, but men spend better.
Wow.
And women, they don't nag us, they don't cringe for
absolutely.
discounts.
Yeah.
They're kinder on that part, and they also appreciate the difference faster
Absolutely,
as
yeah.
compared to women, because we kind of, progesterone,
A bit,
estrogen.
yes, absolutely.
But nah, female are more, but I'm telling you, it's like this.
It's
like
going
fast.
it's out there already, right?
100%.
I mean, that's good to know that men's are. So, I mean, speaking of men's, so, I mean, the patients that you have, like,
Humble and men. Instead of men, okay.
Well, I mean, I want to, hello. Yeah, I mean, so you think that men's out there in this modern era, so you think they're open to go out there and they're loud about it?
No, they're not.
Or they just want to hide it?
No, not hide. Yeah, could be hide. I think men, and they are not loud about it.
About the beauty treatments and all. So they don't want to show that
The way
it's
the abs
natural.
are,
Okay.
everything is natural.
All right.
I don't know how they get those biceps. Everything
All right,
is natural,
okay.
So they hide.
So it's the same thing then, going back to those centuries, like men's will be men's then?
Yeah, the patriarchy, yes, definitely.
All right. Yeah. All guys out there. Okay, that was a question for you. All the jawlines and everything that you have, this is Botox, I'll tell you that. Alright, so just if you go a little bit about your private life, very excited, you see. Okay, so if one thing, that you would have to rather eat throughout your life,
Eat.
yes, what would that be?
Yeah.
You do not have choice.
Eat throughout my life. Dal chawal.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very desi.
Okay.
Dal chawal for life.
Is it just because also that it keeps you healthy, or it's also because that you like it?
That's my staple.
Wow, okay.
I love dal chawal. And it's
Okay.
healthy.
Absolutely. All right. I mean, that's a good choice, because I would also like. So when I come to India, all my family or friends and all, they're like, you have to have chicken and stuff. I said, no, I'm so tired of all these things. I really want to have dal, rice and stuff. This is like
The
traditional
curry,
thing. It's
yes.
so delicious.
That's how
Apart from momos, every time I'm in the clinic, she gets me the momos.
Momos.
2 plates of momos rather, but we're not talking about momos. Okay, that's one point. Okay, so what is the craziest rumor that you have ever heard about you being a doctor? Like, you have to be honest for that.
No, I'm very honest. There's nothing to a rumor.
Yes.
Every now and then I hear something that I did somebody's face, and I haven't done that somebody's face because that person is
Okay.
botched or overdone. So
Okay.
like everybody see, it's like you did something, and if it's good, then you say, "Arey, Dr. Megha did it." And
Okay.
if somebody else didn't like somebody's face, Dr. Megha must have done it.
Okay.
So kind of a sword with both
Okay.
words, a kind of power and kind of...
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but not really any particular rumor. Yeah, that I have a lot of boyfriends. That's not rumor. I think that's what they speak about women a lot.
Everywhere, yeah. I mean, if same goes to Paris or Berlin or India. I mean, the guys will be guys, like I said. I mean, I think they're gonna kill me later, but never mind. So, how do you take them?
You think nothing affects.
Yeah, right. So just let
Nothing
go.
affects.
See, that's another thing that we have to learn about Dr. Megha. You know that you just listen from here, you throw it out. People will talk.
I
They
enjoy
always
that.
have to, right?
That's so interesting, don't you think so? I love if somebody gossips about me.
Right.
Yeah,
So is it
I
like
have no root cause, no beef needed.
Right.
That's like, oh, people know me.
and absolutely, yeah, that's the point. Yeah, you're out there. I mean, okay, so people know you anyway. Megha, come on,
Generally,
that's one thing. Okay.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, so even if they're talking about me, I think like, okay, good publicity, bad publicity, it's the publicity at the end.
That-
For me, I do it because I'm not that famous, right? Yeah. But
Come.
you're out there, it's the best.
No, I just that
Let
it's
go.
okay. No, I don't bother.
Yeah.
The only few people that bother me are my family. That's about it. End. Full stop.
How did it bother you, if I may ask?
Many things. Like if they say something, that would rather kill my head more
Okay.
rather than me thinking
Absolutely.
about anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So which is like, basically, it's the best thing to if your family says something to you, you take it seriously, right?
Take it seriously.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially me and my dad have like cat dog fights
All right.
all the time.
But that's a cute fight anyway. All right. Well, Dr. Megha is flying to Ibiza tomorrow. I have to tell you about that. I wasn't supposed to say that, but then she's flying to Ibiza. She's gonna have a lot of parties out there. Been there before?
No, that's my first.
You're gonna love it. Absolutely, you're gonna love it. Okay, so next question is, who are some of your favorite people that you would like to follow on Instagram these days in a current situation, like that you just open the Instagram and you really want to check his or her profile,
Okay. That's
Yes.
Very, Dr. Tim Pierce. Okay.
Alright.
I like his page. When he sing.
Okay.
I love how out loud he is. I like stalking few men now and then. Like just some men. Just anybody who comes up. Like I love seeing all the makeup artist ka page.
Nice.
I love seeing your page.
Oh, thank you.
Page,
Absolutely.
So it was the friend.
She's been having a lot of Jaegers lately, like every day.
Imagine you ask me this question. I have to think whom do I go and stalk on Instagram. I
Right?
don't.
You don't, so
I don't.
it just goes by.
Yeah, like if somebody's like the fashion shows recently.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of people are talking about the fashion show,
Absolutely, yeah.
Chandrayaan 3.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
yeah.
I follow ISRO, I follow NASA ka page.
Wow,
so
okay.
that kind of stuff.
That's really nice, to learn something from there, yeah.
ऐसा कुछ मैं specifically, I'm so self-obsessed. मैं
Wow.
अपने आप को constantly देखती हूँ.
That's the best part,
Yeah.
That's the best part about you, liking yourself is the best.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a saying, if you don't love yourself,
I think
how the hell you gonna love somebody
I
else?
watch my own reels again rather than somebody else.
I love you. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love that. Literally, you post that thing and you keep on checking like how many people are liking, how many people are commenting and stuff like
That's
that.
not right. That's a kind of anxiety, but I think that kicks in very fast.
But that's nice, no? I mean, it's okay. Time to time it goes and it's nice.
It's okay, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Megha. Okay, so, talking about true love. So, would you rather like to win a lottery or you would like to go for true love? We all know you have a true
I
love.
have a true love, touch wood.
Absolutely.
So I don't mind a lottery with my true love and
Alright.
I'm traveling the world.
All right. So she would go for true love.
Yes.
With the lottery.
lottery,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
We have to fly to Las Vegas for that.
Yeah.
Doing all this casino and
Yes,
stuff.
that's
Absolutely. All right. So what is the suggestions that you would like to give to your fans, basically to the people, those who look upon you, to the students, those who want to make career in this?
Yes.
So what are the recommendations? Those who
How to
just
go
want,
about it.
just want to start, and you think that India is doing good, or do they really have to go abroad to do things, or do you think India still have values to in education? Absolutely, they do. But then because you have international background, so what would you suggest?
Indian and international. I
Yeah.
would say we are outrageously intelligent. I mean, our bases and their bases have hell lot of difference. So yes, I think we shouldn't be underconfident in any way, in any
Absolutely.
remote way. We are too good. But yes, why not brush up your skills? I mean, it's no shame to say कि मैं बाहर जाके पढ़ी कि इंडिया में resources कम थे.
Absolutely.
No, that's the wrong thing. You have to brush up your skills, and you can brush up anywhere. South
Sure.
India, amazing. I mean, I haven't met such tactful and skillful doctors. So yeah, you can go anywhere. Giving an advice to students, I would say party comes along. Education really matters. So really
I mean, that's an honest advice. I mean, that's an honest advice.
I
Yes.
started partying at 27.
Wow.
I had alcohol at 26.
I thought you were just what 27.
I'm 33 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the beauty. You guys have to come to her clinic. I'm telling you that. Would you like to share what all have you done? If you just begin a
why
question.
not? So I have done threads here.
Wow.
So because my mother's jowl fall, so I know mine will also. So this prevents it. I've done the chin. I've done lips quite a lot of time. I do boosters.
Wow.
So I laminate my skin. I haven't started doing Botox, but I do mesotherapy. I do a lot of PRPs, vampire. The list goes on.
Wow. This is amazing. Yeah, because people out there, they're still scared of these treatments and all. So I mean, it's
okay
safe,
to be
right?
scared. Start when you're ready. Don't rush. Just because your mother's going to a clinic, do not come to me. I anyhow won't do without the consent.
Absolutely.
Do it when you want to do it, and do not do it for the boyfriend or the girlfriend. Do it for
That's
yourself.
another thing. Absolutely, to have the confidence to be out there. I mean, I would do that for myself.
Like, look at him, how fancy is he looking? That's for you.
Okay, so I also have to tell you, thank you very much, Megha. So what she did on me is like she did the jawlines, the chin, and she did a little bit of Botox here and there. So basically, this is what I get.
Baby Botox we did, so that we could suck.
Yeah,
his
right
chin.
here, yeah. And the chin has come so amazing. Thank you so much. All the guy, I mean, everybody is like,
Yes.
after me, so nowadays. We don't have to take that in the camera.
They're taken, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm a similar age. Anyway, so I mean, last but not the least, I really want to ask you this question. Women empowerment. When it comes to that, what are your contribution, in India, about women empowering? How good are you doing? And
I don't want to generalize as a man or a woman. I would say as a human, I have contributed by working for something they want to have in life and giving them a kind of filter look which they would want.
absolutely.
So changing somebody's features if they want it, and that's such a good thing, na?
Yeah.
You go to a hairdresser, you feel so good, they changed your hair.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
And feeling so nice about him.
Yeah.
So that feeling is very nice. And when it comes to contribution, I think I did do a lot in terms of achieving goals, degrees,
Wow.
and actually not doing the brain drain.
Wow.
I went there, I studied, but I'm serving India.
Yeah, absolutely,
I'm helping
yeah.
Indian economy, and I will continue to do that till the time I can think of.
Wow, that's really nice. I mean, hearing all these things, I'm getting a look, the goosebumps and all that. Absolutely, like how much you're doing for India, and and empowering those women out there, to be a doctor and to be inspired by you, and But thank you very much, Megha. I think this is it about. And just the last question: how do you like my show and then Rendezvous Chez, if you like anything about it?
I like you.
Thank you
You're
very
very
much.
fancy.
Thank you.
I like your accent.
Okay.
I like your delivery.
Thank you.
And the show is cool. Like you like it. You like watching people and knowing